Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to GBL Boys Stadium, and thank you for joining us for Senior Night as we honor and celebrate the class of 2026. We only have 2 seniors on our team this year, but they certainly leave big shoes to fill. Both of these players have been consistent starters for the last 3 seasons and rarely missed a practice, if ever a game. First up, being accompanied by his family, captain, starting attackman, and first player with 100 goals in program history, number 5, Pasquale Candolino. He is graduating with an HVAC certification and will be joining the workforce after graduation this summer.
Hold on a second.
Pasquale Candolino, ladies and gentlemen. Next up is another captain, an essential piece of our team, who we have depended on day in and day out for the last 2 seasons. He is also being accompanied by his family. Number 19, goalkeeper, Zach Gordon. Zach will be attending Drexel in Philadelphia this fall. Zach Gordon, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, man.
Don't leave, guys. Hold on.
Thank you all for being here. Congrats on a great season, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2026.
Hello and welcome to Somerville Highlander Boys Lacrosse on Somerville Ed TV. It is senior day here at GBL Boys Stadium. Hi, I'm Todd Harmon here as the Highlanders take on the Lynn Jets in GBL action. As I noted, senior day, it is Pasquale Candolino as well as Zach Gordon, the 2 seniors that we celebrate on this team, as the Highlanders get this rematch against the Jets. They defeated the Jets about 3 weeks ago in Lynn in an overtime matchup. As breaking in was Braden Hart right there, looking for the shot, wasn't quite able to get it off freely. And now the Jets off on the run. So the Highlanders were able to take that game at Lynn, 7-6 in overtime, sudden death overtime. Colin Rosas scored the overtime goal, his lone goal of the match. As you see, Colin obtaining the zone offensively for the Highlanders here. As he gets it back to Shane Doe. Doe had a huge game in that matchup, scoring twice for the Highlanders. As that's a nice flip down to Braden Hart, and Hart puts it in the back of the net. Nice play there as Shane Doe finds Braden Hart for the first goal of the game. Highlanders lead this one 1-0.
Some will score number 1, Braden Hart, with the assist to number 8, Shane Doe.
Great play there by Doe as he was able to find Hart on the doorstep, getting it by John Doyle, goalkeeper for the Jets. Doyle forced into play today, not normally a goalkeeper, as their normal goalkeeper, I believe it's Pack is his name, is not available for them today as he's out with injury. So the Highlanders win another face-off there. Marcos Pinedo-Perez doing an excellent job in the face-off circle, earning another possession for the Highlanders. Face-off so important as you can earn multiple possessions, kind of a make-it-take-it type situation, as if we were on a basketball court. And the more face-offs you win. As Rosas driving in, tries to cross in front of the net and looking for Candolino or Hart, but the Jets able to come away with it. So that's fired downfield. Poor transition there by the Jets. Ball will go out. Highlanders will get the ball in terms of out of bounds on the lacrosse pitch. If it's an errant pass like that one, the last team to touch it, who made the errant pass, loses the possession. If it is an errant shot, the team with somebody closest when the shot goes out of bounds gets the possession. As breaking in was Jonathan Ramirez looking for the pass in front of the net. Bounces off of the Highlanders, I believe. That will be the Jets' ball. That game earlier this year between these two teams, back and forth. Highlanders, though, able to pull out the victory. The change in net for the Jets might present a problem here. So the Jets did an excellent job in that game in transition. A lot of their goals came from transition, and this is 2 of their goals came from this young man as Dateree Brown, flying down, fires it off, and the Highlanders will get the possession back. Damian Jackson, lots of speed for Jackson down the field as he breaks into the offensive zone. Jackson looking to use that long cross, possibly offensively. Instead, he'll drop it off to Rosas, far side of the field. Can't go past the midfield. Once you have established the offensive zone begins at the football 30-yard line. Then there's 15 yards in behind the net before it goes out of bounds. That's where Rosas just was. That area behind the net known as the X position. Highlanders run an offense where they'll like to have somebody back at X all the time. Candelino, number 5, their senior captain, loves to come out of that X position and shoot the ball. Is driving downfield now. Nate Condi gets it knocked away. Highlanders pick it up. Shane Doe now in control of it. Feeds it to Jackson. As Damian Jackson once again shows the speed downfield. Avoids the checks. Fires it forward looking for Braden Hart. Hart, though, unable to secure it in the cross. 8:31 remaining here in the first quarter. Highlanders leading it 1-0 after the Hart goal. Both teams come in today. They have identical records at 6-8 overall. Both teams still mathematically able to qualify for the postseason. Lynn Jets, I should say, have 3 games remaining, and they must win all 3. Highlanders have 4 games remaining, and they need to win 3 of those 4 games. Highlanders have the Jets today. They have Northeast Metropolitan Tech, a team that came back to beat them after trailing by 2 goals. Highlanders had that game in control, but Northeast Metro able to get the victory here at Dill Boys Stadium earlier this season. Great save there by Zach Gordon as he was able to shut down that shot attempt by Brown. As Brown tried to go top shelf on the senior goalie for the Highlanders. Zach Gordon would have none of it. Trying to get it forward to Brown, gets past him. Como will chase it down. Jacoby Como, he is an excellent player for the Jets. Had a hat trick against the Highlanders earlier in their contest against one another. Highlanders, after today, have that game at Northeast Metro tomorrow. Then they have Gloucester here at home. If they're able to win those 3 games, and those 3 games are winnable, as Gloucester is a team basically with an identical record to the Highlanders at this point in time. They have a game next Wednesday against Lowell that will close out their season. Lowell, however, were able to shut out the Highlanders earlier this year, so can't count on a win on that one. Highlanders looking, though, with 3 wins to get into the postseason. It's driving down Como right in front of the net. Great job by Zach Gordon. Kick serve on a beauty with a right foot. As Gordon able to kick that right foot out and deny Como on the doorstep. Jets have had success against the Highlanders earlier in that game at Lynn, finding Como right on that doorstep in transition. They don't like to pull back. They will try to transition straight towards the net. As Como goes to the turf, late flag, believe they will get Ben DiCarlo with the call as he checks on Como. Como went down awkwardly on the wet turf. Rainy day here at Dilboy. It's Como hurting. It appears to be his right leg. Maybe twisted up the knee as he went down awkwardly to the turf. While they check on Como, gives me the opportunity to remind everybody we've got senior week, senior day week, senior game week going on here on Somerville. Ed TV just had a huge senior game over at Trum Field as the Highlanders came back on the baseball diamond. Trailing by 2 going into the bottom half of the 7th inning. They were able to trailing by 1, I should say, coming back in the bottom of the 7th. They were able to put 2 across as senior Colin Bourne knocked in the game-tying run with a base hit to right field. And senior Tommy Griffin scored the walk-off game-winning run as Donovan O'Brien plated him with the RBI walk-off single. Highlanders came back to win that one to keep themselves tied atop the GBL with Lynn Classical, as we will have more baseball coming up for you on Monday. The Highlanders will face off at Trum against Lynn English, team that beat them earlier this year. Highlanders looking to keep pace and keep that tie atop the GBL standings, and at the very worst, earn a co-championship, dependent upon what Classical does against English later on next week, as a matter of fact, as we are back underway here at Dilboy. Joseph Giordano able to knock that ball away. Last to touch it were the Highlanders. Good call here by the back ref as he got that correct. Brown passes that one off. Tough angle shot, and it's in as the Jets able to tie this one up. See who that came from. Really great shot. Maybe, I think it was Tavon Sem, number 4. Put that one right into the back of the net behind Zach Gordon. A tough, tough angle. As we'll see who that was. Denham Dembro able to score that goal for the Jets.
Dembro.
Great shot by Dembro on the far side. Tough angle. Gordon unable to shut that one down. 6:02 remaining. We're tied at 1. Big face-off here. As now Marcos Pineda-Perez might be called for the push-off, and he is. So the possession will go to the Jets. Jets community team, the 3 schools in Lynn, Lynn English, Lynn Vocational Tech, and Lynn Classical. Your goal scorer in that case, Denham Dembro, comes out of Lynn Classical. So the Highlanders will get it as the check knocked the ball out of the cross, and here comes Ben DiCarlo with speed. As DiCarlo drops it off. Pineda-Perez, his pass looking down low for Reese Tierney. Too high. As I'm not sure what the plan was, but Tierney just completely overshot on that one. Now the opportunity here for the Jets. They have to get the offensive zone, and they do, as breaking in is Finn Del Ferro. Del Ferro with it. He's back at X. Pasquale Candolino on him strongly with the check. And he loses the ball due to that check, and Zach Gordon's able to get control in the goalie area. Now here comes Candolino. So he's got speed on the near sideline. Gets into the attacking zone. Maybe a crease there for him to use towards the net. He fires that one, and Candolino puts it in from distance as he gives the Highlanders the lead. Candolino, a huge part of the win. The senior Candolino, huge part of that win at Lynn, as he had 4 goals in that contest. That 7-6 victory over the Jets.
Pasquale Candolino.
It's Candolino here on senior day. The senior puts it into the back of the net. Pineda-Perez back into the face-off circle. 4:44 remaining in the first quarter. Como battling with him there. Jets come away with it. As Brown now tried to get that one over to Sock, Derek Sock. Tough pass there from Brown. As Datary Brown skipped it over. Sock unable to get a hold of it. Highlanders will have the possession here. As Damian Jackson passes that one forward, looking for Ben DiCarlo, gets by him. Chased down now is Reese Tierney trying to get to the corner and save it. And it gets just barely out. Jets will get the possession. As they work that one over to their goalie, John Doyle. Now Doyle, as Tierney tried to get in the way of that one. Long pass downfield, knocked around by the Highlanders. DiCarlo trying to pick up the bounding ground ball. Long, great job there by DiCarlo with that long cross. Gets it into the attacking zone, but not cleanly. His Hart was not able to receive the pass. Now here comes Datary Brown. He's got speed into the attacking zone. Pounding towards the goal. The shot is up and it's no good. Zach Gordon again standing tall. And Datary Brown is down on the turf. As he gets up. Brown had 2 goals in that game at Lynn. Lynn will get the possession. They were closest as it went out. As once again, here's Dembro. Dembro's shot goes wide. Jets keep possession as Como will pick it up. Actually, strike that. That's Sock. Sock being checked there by Damian Jackson. Jackson's going to get called. No, actually knocked out of bounds. Thought, was worried Jackson was going to get called through a slash, but no. As Damian will play this one forward, trying to get it to Rosas, could not get the outlet pass. Both teams struggling a little bit, passing downfield in transition. They're having their best success running into the attacking zone. In that earlier matchup, the Jets scored most of their 6 goals coming in on transition, driving towards the net, then dropping passes once a double team came to the attacking player, dropping a pass down onto the doorstep as Como, number 20, or number 2, I should say, is who they like to hit in that situation. Ground ball right at midfield, being battled for. Antonio Lewis trying to get to it, unable to. Highlanders scoop it forward as Joseph Giordano scooped it forward. Hart tries to get it. Now Candelino didn't quite have sight on it. Here comes Rosas. He's got it on the run. Needs to establish that attacking zone, though. Highlanders do. As Doe has it. Doe loves that long-distance shot if he's able to find it. Doe being defended by Maldonado. So the Highlanders looking to cut. We've got Jonathan Ramirez on the far hash. Doe will take it himself. Drops it to Ramirez. Now Ramirez has a lot of speed and athleticism, does Jonathan Ramirez. He breaks in towards the net, fires that one, goes wide of the net. Just under 2 minutes remaining. Highlanders keep the possession. Candelino starts it from X. Drops that one off. Shane Doe's got it. Oh my goodness, what a save there. John Doyle able to knock that one aside. Candelino says, I'll take it out of X and I'll finish this off. As the senior gets his 2nd of the game, Highlanders have the lead 3-1. 1:49 remaining here in the first quarter.
Solo score number 5, Pasquale Candelino. All day.
Good job there by Candelino. As the shot went wide initially from Ramirez after he cut in. Candelino was able to break out from that X position with the ball. Found that open lane to the net. Put it right in. Good face-off win there by Tavon Sem. As Sem gets picked up by Rosas. Still has to get into that zone, and they are not into the attacking zone. As now Brown has it, taking his time, and that is too much time. They never established the attacking zone. 10 seconds, just similar to a backcourt violation. In basketball, you got that 10 seconds to get it across midcourt. You got to get the attacking zone, and they did not. Highlanders into the attacking zone. That fired. Good save there by John Doyle. As Doe tried that shot, had it on target, and Doyle was able to get it with the netting. Ball all the way downfield. It'll be Highlanders' ball. Damian Jackson with the restart. Nope. Back referee is going to say, last to touch it were the Highlanders. So, possession goes over to the Jets. 1:04 remaining in the quarter. Highlanders leading by 2. As Dembro out from X. Looks to drop it off. Tried to drop that to Del Ferro. But the Highlanders come away with it after the poor pass. Now Brown picks it up after it was checked away. Brown with the shot. That one goes wide of the net. Como will take it now from the X position for the Jets. It's Como. Defended closely there by Damian Jackson. Good job checking there by Jackson. Now he's got to get the ground ball. And he's able to pick it up. 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. Jackson plays it forward to Rosas. Colin Rosas, he's got speed. Trying to get to that attacking zone. Brown able to check it away, but Rosas keeps the attack on. Nice check there by Brown. However, right there, Braden Hart picks it up and puts it in the back of the net. 16 seconds remaining in the quarter, and the Highlanders have built a 3-goal lead.
Somerville score number 1, Braden Hart.
Great job by the Highlanders. Started back on the defensive end. Damian Jackson with a great check, knocking that ball free, getting control from the ground. Beautiful pass forward to Rosas, who was able to drive into the attacking zone. Lost control due to a great check by Brown, but Braden Hart right there, able to pick that cherry and put it into the back of the net. 16 seconds remaining here in the first quarter as the Highlanders have built a 3-goal lead. Biggest lead that either team has had on the other team this season, as the Highlanders and both the Highlanders and Jets led that earlier game by 2 goals at one point in that game. Change in the face-off circle as Hurt Gwon battling there with Pineda Perez. Ball still on the ground. Pineda Perez lays his shoulder, tries to pick it up. Instead, Derek Sock looks like he may come away with it. And Caden Williams as well keeps Sock from being able to pick it up cleanly, and that will do it for the first quarter of play as the Highlanders lead this one 4-1, 2 goals apiece for Pasquale Candelino and Braden Hart. As the Highlanders lead on senior day, the senior Pasquale Candelino scoring 2 of the 4 Highlander goals. Playoffs are in the air. Don't forget, we'll have postseason action here on Somerville Ed TV. As we already know, Highlander baseball, Highlander girls lacrosse, Highlander volleyball, all 3 into the postseason. Boys lacrosse still possibly in the postseason. A win today will go a long way towards that. They need 3 wins. They've got 4 games left. So the dream remains for the postseason as well here on the boys lacrosse pitch. Don't forget as well, both boys and girls team tennis doing excellent this year. They will be in the postseason mix as well. The boys tennis team, they are the lone undefeated team in Division II in the state of Massachusetts. Currently ranked number 28 in the MIAA rankings, in line for the possibility of hosting a playoff game. The boys team tennis team doing a great job this year, as they have one remaining, or a really tough remaining game coming up. The Tufts Classic will finish off their season, as they will have that matchup against Medford at the end of the year. We will see how they do. Medford, the only team actually to take any sets from the Highlanders so far this year, as the Highlanders defeated Medford earlier this year at Medford 3-2, or 3 matches to 2, I should say. Highlanders have Malden, a team that kept them from being undefeated 2 years ago when they went 12-1 in the regular season. Malden will be their opponent tomorrow over at Malden. They'll finish their season at the Tufts Classic Wednesday, the 20th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon over at the Tufts tennis courts against Medford. Highlanders with 4 more matches left in the season, looking to go undefeated 10-0 right now, as they have some tough ones coming up against Medford, Watertown, Waltham, and Malden, of course. So we are about to get underway here in the second quarter of play. Senior day here at Dilboy Stadium. Zach Gordon, the Highlander goalie, he will continue his education at Drexel. And Pasquale Candelino, he scored 2 today, the captain, offensive captain for the team. He will be moving into the workforce in HVAC as he moves on to the future life beyond high school. Highlanders 4-1 lead as face-off is won by the Jets. Bobby Thipavong with the ball. As Thipavong with it now, being harried there by Pineda Perez. They get it to Sem. Sem plays it forward. It's into the attacking zone, but not under control as the Highlanders look to pick up the ground ball. Giordano in there. And Giordano comes away with it for a moment. Now there's Pineda Perez. He secured it into the cross, and he's on the move. It's Pineda Perez looking to pass that one down low, trying to find Reese Tierney. Instead, Braden Hart picks that one up. Oh, my goodness, Braden Hart's got the hat trick. 2 of them coming from the cherry pick. Second goal in a row where Braden Hart reacted quickly to a ground ball and got it into the back of the net behind goalie John Doyle. Highlanders lead 5-1 here early in the second quarter.
Braden Hart with the assist to number 3, Marcos Pineda Perez.
Pineda Perez back in the face-off circle for the Highlanders, battling against Sem. Pineda Perez again. Good job securing it in the ground ball in the cross. He's going to take that right down the slot. Tries the shot. Didn't come out of the cross cleanly. Highlanders will keep possession as Hart will get the restart from X. Highlanders will work their offense here. Doe with it. Drops that back to Pineda Perez. Now there's Hart. Highlanders taking their time, building that 4-goal lead. 5-1. Now Shane Doe off a screen. He's got open lane. Takes the shot. Blocked by one of the defenders as number 14, Nick Danino, took that one off the side. He's feeling the pain of it. Long pass downfield. Does not find a Jet, though. As John Doyle tried that long transition pass, Highlanders will get the possession. 10-11 remaining here in the second quarter. Extremely rainy day, just a downpour here at Dilboy Stadium. Nice pass forward as Hart accepts it well. From Damian Jackson that time. Hart's attempted pass, though, unable to be brought under control by Rosas. Turnover goes over to the Jets. As Thipavong trying to get that to his goalie. Chancy there is Braden Hart looking to cherry pick again. Almost got that pass before Doyle could get his cross on it. Again, yet again, the transition for the Jets not working effectively. Jets, though, dealing with some injuries. They're starting goalie out, as well as one of their top defenders. That'll go to Zach Gordon. Gordon gets that one blocked. Johnny on the spot, though, is Damian Jackson as he plays it out, looking for Candelino. Candelino, though, unable to get the bouncing ball. Jets will get the restart. Tim Cern with it. Cern will get the restart. Ben DiCarlo gets in there with the cross, although Brown will come away with it. Brown shot, great stop there, Zach Gordon. His outlet pass, though, stolen away. Dembro with it now for the Jets. As Dembro spins away from his defender, tries the jumping shot there. Really tough angle, too. Ended up on the back of the net. Gordon able to pick it up, gets it to Jackson. Now Damian. He's going to run this one out of the defensive end as Brown tries to check him off. Brown, nice check on the cross there by Datery Brown. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover to the Jets. As Brown now. Brown gets it down. That's Como. And Como puts that one into the back of the net. As the sophomore, Jacoby Como, gets his first goal of the game. It is a 5-2 Highlander lead. Como got the hat trick at Lynn when these two teams faced off earlier this year.
Lynn scored number 2, Jacoby Como, with the assist to number 29, Datery Brown.
That is a perfect copy of 2 of Como's goals at Lynn, as Datery Brown finding him down on the doorstep. Gets it by Zach Gordon. Now Pineda Perez able to secure it yet again, but then loses it out of the cross as Sock comes away with it. Derek Sock into the attacking zone now. Being defended out there by Giordano. They get it to the X to Como. Como tried the pass there. Nice checking on the interior by Antonio Lewis, as Lewis was able to keep that pass from effectively reaching its mark. Gordon on the outlet pass tries to get it to Shane Doe. Doe saves it back in, but picked up by the Jets as Maldonado passes it out to the far side. Unable to be collected in the cross by Reyes. Out of bounds, it will go to the Highlanders as the Jets were last to touch it. Highlanders leading by 3, 7:53 remaining in the first half. Damian Jackson now with it. He'll get the restart for the Highlanders. Jackson turns on the Jets to get by Como. Keeps those Jets going as he's got a nice lane into the offensive zone. Looks here near side. Shane Doe, he's open. He fires. That one is no good as it went wide of the net. I don't know. I think John Doyle got the stop on that. Highlanders will get the restart. Reese Tierney back at X. Well, Jets will get the restart. Surprising to me. Jets, though, get that. Rafael Ortiz de la Rosa will restart here. Loses it out of the cross after the Tierney check. Candelino picks it up. He's looking to come out of X and fire it in. Nice block there by Doyle. It's on the ground in front of the crease as it's scooped away. Nice job there defensively by the Jets, scooping that out of danger. Giordano fighting for that ball on the ground. Knocks it away. Antonio Lewis tries to chase it down, is unable to come up with it. 7:07 remaining here in the first half. Jets will get the possession. Rain just pouring down here at Dilboy as Datery Brown powers between 2 defenders, fires that one and goes wide to the near side. Gordon kicked that right foot out there. I don't know whether he got contact with it. It went wide, though, as Como comes out of X with the ball in the restart. Damian Jackson's on him tightly, checking. They get it back to Brown. Now Brown. Brown's like a freight train out there when he gets rolling. Pineda Perez, though, tries to stop him. Brown driving in, fires that one, goes wide. So double team came to help out Pineda Perez. Nice job by Shane Doe on that as well. Jets get the restart. Bring it here near side to Como. Poor pass, couldn't pick it up. I believe that was Finn Dalfero trying to pass that one out here to the near side. Highlanders will get the restart. Damian Jackson will get it going. Jackson to Pineda Perez. Picks up the bouncer, and he's off to the races. As Pineda Perez cut off nicely there by Nate Condi. Now Doe will get it. Highlanders, nice cutter there to Rosas. Fired wide of the net by Colin Rosas. Braden Hart back at X. He'll get the restart. Hart now gets the check from Candelino. Drives in. Fires that one. That's in the back of the net. As Braden Hart gets goal number 4 as he came off the far wing, off of the check. The screen there from Candelino. And that shot gets by Doyle.
Somerville score number 1, Braden Hart.
Highlanders leading this one 6-2. They're going to send Doyle towards the bench, as we're going to get a new goalie in the game, or it's an equipment issue. I'm not totally sure. Equipment issue over there, I'm being told. Looks like a helmet issue for Doyle. 6:01 remaining here in the first half. Highlanders leading 6-2. Highlanders currently in senior game action are undefeated thus far, as the Highlanders came back yesterday against Revere for that walk-off victory on the baseball diamond. The girls were here at Dilboy in lacrosse, taking it to Gloucester with a 16-5 victory. We're going to have coverage of that available on Somerville Ed TV for you, as well as we'll have coverage of every single senior game here on Ed TV. As Pineda Perez again, nice face-off win. Knocked down by Brown. Brown called for the push-off. Refs are going to talk here. Don't know whether he got called for the push-off. And Datery Brown will head over to the penalty box, so the Highlanders will have the man advantage here, as Rosas will begin the possession. Pass here to Shane Doe, back to Rosas. Good job by Hart to keep possession of it. Rosas, top of the slot shot there, goes wide of the net. That is almost an identical shot to the one that Rosas scored in overtime, in sudden death overtime, to win that game at Lynn. Highlanders still with the man advantage. Now it's a 2-man advantage for the Highlanders. As Candelino now comes out of X. Tough angle there. Reese Tierney will get it on this near side, but he gets checked and loses the ball. Long pass downfield as the Jets just clear it out of their defensive end. Highlanders will get the restart. Two-man advantage right now for the Highlanders. As Datery Brown will be released first from the penalty box when he gets released. 5:26 remaining here in the half. Highlanders with a 4-goal lead. As Jackson will play that forward, Pineda Perez not able to get a hold of it, although Candolino gets it cleanly behind him. Now Candolino into the attacking zone. And he'll set the offense, brings it here, slows it down a little bit. Datery Brown has been released, so Highlanders now with a man advantage. As Candolino in, they know how dangerous he can be. Triple team on him. Great shot there. The pass from Candolino to Rosas, and Colin Rosas puts it into the back of the net.
Somerville scored number 11, Colin Rosas, with the assist to number 5, Pasquale Candolino.
Tremendous assist there by Candolino. Got it out to Rosas. Rosas was under duress there from the Jets defense, but was able to snap that shot off and put it right into the back of the net behind Doyle. Highlanders now lead by 5, 7-2. 4:53 remaining here in the half. As Pineda Perez again, excellent work in the face-off circle as he comes away with a win. Highlanders will set their offense up as Doe will have it. Doe with Candolino screening. Doe again, he'll spin away from his defender. Tough angle shot there. Doyle vacuums that one right up. Long pass downfield by Doyle. And the Highlanders just take it right away. Damian Jackson just took that right away, trying to get it to Finn Dalfero. But instead, the Highlanders come away with it. Doe's got it. They need to get into the attacking zone, and he does. Gets the screen there from Braden Hart, and they'll set their offense. Skip pass out to the top, trying to get it to Matt Costa. That's going to get all the way out past the midfield line. Turnover over to the Jets, 3:45 remaining in the half. Finn Dalfero drops that down to Como. He's got an open lane to the goal. Damian Jackson, though, closed it down quickly. Good job checking there by Jackson. So he's able to take the ball away. It was his defense that started a transition that resulted in a Highlander goal earlier this game, as they tried to get that one down to Costa right, or Tierney right on the doorstep, but just couldn't quite get it. Doyle was able to take it away. Jets trying to get that into the zone, but Rosas will take it away. Rosas then checked by Datery Brown, and the Jets get it. Como unable to receive that pass. Flag is down. See what the infraction will be, as Rosas will head off. Highlanders will be down a man. 3 minutes remaining in the half. Datery Brown made some statement to the official that was not appreciated. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call. Was it Brown? It may not have been Brown. It may have been Denham Dembro. He's the one heading over. So I think Dembro may have said something. We're going to get it unsportsmanlike against the Jets. That's going to even things up, as Colin Rosas has been sent off. Highlanders will get the possession. And they will begin it here with possession. Shane Doe has it at midfield. Doe screens into the attacking zone. Here comes Datery Brown. Doe spins away. He's got an opportunity here. Nice pass to Braden Hart. The shot goes high, though, as Hart was defended closely by Hort Goon. Highlanders keep the possession, 2:40 remaining here in the first half. Reese Tierney now with it. Tierney looks for the cutter. As that is John Ramirez. Ramirez gets it back out top of the slot. That's Doe. Whistles all over the place. Flag down. Unsportsmanlike again on Datary Brown. So Brown will go off. I'm losing track of how many players are on and off and who's got the man advantage. Datary Brown may be out of this game as he has removed his helmet as he storms over on the sideline. Severely limited now are the Jets as they have 6 position players on the field. Highlanders multiple man advantage here. Jonathan Ramirez gets it out wide, 2:10 remaining here in the first half as Shane Doe gets it. Doe fires it, or gives it to Ramirez, who fires it. Jets closest to that one. You can see the respect, by the way, that they have for Pasquale Candelino, because number 24, Timothy Cern, is not leaving Candelino's side. Candelino was not involved in any of that offensive possession, and he was standing here near side with Cern standing right next to him. Senior Pasquale Candelino respected widely here by the Jets. Of course, with that tight defense, he's still been able to get an assist and 2 goals. Candelino, of course, tremendous career here with the Highlanders, 3 years here playing on the lacrosse team. First ever Highlander lacrosse player with 100 goals. It's a great job by Candelino, and I know he would love to finish off his senior season along with Zach Gordon finishing off his senior season in the postseason. A win today would go a long way towards that. There's Colin Rosas, and that one's off the goal post as that was postmarked return to sender. Now Del Faro into the attacking zone for the Jets. Minute 20 remaining here in the first half. Gets it to Como at X. Como comes out. Picked up immediately. Nice job there by Damian Jackson. As you see once again, so many Highlanders on this pitch. Jonathan Ramirez will get this on the run as he's into the attacking zone. Bowling through Jets players, loses it out of the cross. Doe trying to collect it there. Tierney as well in there. Ball bounds up into the air and it's secured by the Jets, just thrown blindly out of the defensive zone. However, Del Faro able to come up with it. Looking for Como, instead he drops it off to Dembro. Zach Gordon kicks it away though. 39 seconds remaining. Gordon did a great job getting out of his crease as well to earn that possession back for the Highlanders after making that save. Highlanders lead this one by 5, 7-2. 39 seconds remaining here in the first half. Highlanders have a good opportunity to move the ball forward and get a good offensive attack. As Candelino, senior captain, speed into the attacking zone. He's on a mission. The pass looking for Tierney, but it gets picked off. Good job defensively there. I think that was Nate Condi was able to get the cross onto it. As it comes all the way downfield. Jets playing down a man right now, and they believe they'll be playing down a man for the remainder of the game. As Datary Brown was sent packing for 2 straight unsportsmanlike conducts. As Damian Jackson will fire that one towards the net. John Doyle secures it into his cross, and the Highlanders lead by 5 at halftime here at Dilboy. 7-2 is the score, as we will be back for second half action here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back at Dilboy Stadium. On Somerville Ed TV, Todd Harmon here with you as the Highlanders lead the Jets of Lynn in boys lacrosse 7-2. Senior day here at Dilboy. Pasquale Candelino, he knows what to do on his day. He scored 2 goals and gotten an assist for the Highlanders. Goalie Zach Gordon has been fantastic as well. And Colin Rosas looking to add to his single goal that he has. Been a nice play there by John Doyle. And the Jets are on the attack as Como has scored for the Jets. He had a hat trick against the Highlanders at Lynn. So he's a goal scorer today. That's Candelino taking that ball away. And Candelino thinks he might have something. Spins away from the defense, goes in, puts that one into the back of the net. As Candelino gets the hat trick, spinning past Tim Cern, and puts it back behind Doyle.
Solo score number 5, Pasquale Candelino.
Another hat trick for Candelino. Only Highlander lacrosse player in history to have 100 goals as he adds to his career total. And procedures the call. That's going to go against Jet face-off man Tavon Sim. Highlanders will get it as Rosas breaks into the attacking zone. As Rosas, defended by Datary Brown. Rosas slips to the pitch. It's been raining all day. Braden Hart now with it. Hart's got multiple goals. He's got a hat trick today as well. There's Jonathan Ramirez with it. There's Ramirez out wide. And if you look here to the near side, as Ramirez fires that off, if you look here near side at about the football 40-yard line, you'll see Pasquale Candelino functioning basically as a distraction for number 24. As Cern's job, his job all day has been to stand where Candelino is. Cern gets checked off and Candelino's on the attack. Pasquale gets away from Cern, gets through 2 defenders, Datary Brown as well as Rafael Ortiz de la Rosa. And his shot, though, goes wide. Highlanders keep possession. Reese Tierney feeds it out, looking for Rosas. It's going to get by him, but Shane Doe will be able to pick it up, possibly, as he was ridden away by Tavon Cern. Good job there by Rosas. Rosas with Datary Brown on him. Rosas loses his footing, gets it to Braden Hart. Hart's shot goes wide. Doyle may have kicked that one across out of play. Tierney will get the restart. So now they get Ramirez out wide. Candelino getting involved in the offense this time. As now Doe. Doe has Candelino setting a screen. Doe off the screen from Candelino. Drops it here near side, looking for Braden Hart. Gets by Hart. Hart looking to collect the ball before it gets out of bounds. Battling there with Cordell Lewis. Hart looking to pick it up. Couldn't quite get it. Cordell Lewis, he's able to get it. As Lewis, though, checked out by Braden Hart. Goes over to the Highlanders as Cordell went out of bounds. Now Candelino breaks by his defender Cern. Gets by 2 more. Fires that one to the net as he gets by Como and puts it home. What a shot there by Pasquale Candelino as he works past 3 defenders. Comes up a little gingerly here. As that shot
Number 5, Pasquale Candelino.
might have had some contact with a very highly injury-prone area as he completed that shot. 9-2. Now the Highlander lead. Candelino, 4 of the Highlander goals. Apparently, you can leave a man on him all day long. Doesn't matter. He's going to score a few. Face off here, won by the Jets. Nate Condi comes away with it. Condi feeds it here near side. Tavon Sim. Sem defended by Rosas. Obtains the zone. Como back to Sem. Sem loses control. Rosas checks him a bit. Sem gets it before it gets out of bounds. Highlanders now leading by 7, 8:35 remaining in the third quarter. Sem looks for the cutter as Datery Brown was cutting, but the pass was behind Brown. He'll have to circle back to pick it up. He does. Pineda Perez on the defensive end. Shot that time easily handled by the senior Zach Gordon between the pipes as Datery Brown tried to bounce it past him. Now, foul coming up here as Damian Jackson got whipped across the mask there by the cross of Tavon Sem. So Sem will be sent off. Actually, strike that. Maybe it may not have been Sem. Yes, it was. It was Sem. Yeah. Nate Condi actually is the one over in the penalty box. So Condi gets called for that. Highlanders up a man. And due to being up a man, actually Pasquale Candelino does not have a member of the Jets anywhere near him as he gets the restart here. He'll spin. Goal line extended. He turns it back, gives it off. Braden Hart. He'll take that shot, and Hart puts that one home near side. As Como was coming out to play him, Hart said he didn't care. I'm going to pick up another one, add to my hat trick. 10-2, the Highlander lead. 7:51 remaining here in the third quarter. Power play goal there for Braden Hart.
Will score. Number 1, Braden Hart with the assist to Pasquale Candelino.
Highlanders with that 8-goal lead now. 7:21 remaining in the quarter. And the infraction called against the Jets is Derek Salk. Called for the early start there. So Jonathan Ramirez with the restart for the Highlanders. Ramirez top of the slot. Salk on him. Loses it out of the cross after the check from Salk. Datery Brown comes away with it. Datery Brown is like a freight train down in transition. Drives, gets turned away. Nice job there for a moment as Antonio Lewis had him, but he lost him, and Datery Brown puts it by goalie Zach Gordon. As Brown spun away from the defense of Antonio Lewis, got away from his cross, was able to free it up, take the shot, and puts the bouncer by Gordon.
Jets goal, number 29, Datery Brown.
7:25 remaining. Highlanders with the 7-goal lead. Pineda Perez back into the face-off circle. They're using Salk now as their face-off man. A little change as they had Tavon Sem taking the face-offs, had the Jets. And that went up into the air. Pineda Perez plucks it right out of the air. He's up the slot, tries to pass as he was looking for Reese Tierney on the far side. Just couldn't quite get it into the cross. Tierney. Jets get the restart. Long outlet pass, trying to find Datery Brown. Defended closely there by Ben DiCarlo, but the Jets pick it up anyway as Como had it. Pineda Perez checks it away from him. Pineda Perez looking to pick it up, couldn't quite get to it. Now Datery Brown tries to, gets checked away by Pineda Perez. That is controlled by Denham Dembro as Dembro passes that one. Condi tries the shot. It goes in front of the goal mouth. Zach Gordon gets it into the big netting of his cross. Now Damian Jackson, outlet pass, looking for Jonathan Ramirez, but Datery Brown will take it away after Ramirez didn't secure. Datery Brown, though, loses that as Jackson, another nice check there. Now Pineda Perez keeps it in the cross, spinning through the defenders. Good transition here. He takes a hard check, fires the shot, and it goes wide. Disappointment there for number 3, Marcos Pineda-Perez, as he drove through multiple tough checks to get a look at that shot. Highlanders get the restart. Candolino now with it. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Highlanders 7-goal lead. It's Candolino taking his time, the senior captain. Fakes the shot, goes around his defender, fires that one, just didn't come out as cleanly from the cross as he wanted it to. Little nifty play there by Candolino. There's Pasquale Candolino, one of the 2 seniors on this team. This team's still alive for postseason contention, as they need to win 3 of their final 4, including today. Nice spin there by Damian Jackson as he gets away from the defenders. Another spin there by Damian. Gets the zone and he pulls it back. Excellent work there by Damian Jackson in transition. Now Jonathan Ramirez, turned aside by Conde. Gives it out. Colin Rosas will set the attack with 5:05 remaining in the third quarter. Screen from Pineda-Perez. Rosas drops it back to Pineda-Perez as he gets triple teamed. Couldn't quite get it cleanly into the cross. Nice job carrying there by Pineda-Perez. Gets it to Braden Hart. Hart gets pummeled as he tried for that shot. As Sock came in strong on his back. And Sock will head off on the cross check. Highlanders back to the man advantage as Derek Sock sent off. Candolino will get the restart. Of course, we've seen Candolino throughout the hockey season as well, as he was the lone senior on the hockey team. You can also check out Pasquale receiving a Director's Award at the Somerville High School Class of 2026 Career and Technical Awards ceremony. Took place last week. That is available on Somerville Ed TV. You can check out our YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Mash your buttons. Sign up for notifications as well. We've got some postseason games coming up, and if you have notifications, you're going to get notified when we are covering those, and if we can do them live, we will be doing them live. So sign up. Make sure you call Uncle Artie over in Altoona. Aunt Susan in Seekonk, she's got to know as well. As Rosas tries that shot, blocked by Jair Maldonado. Highlanders will get the restart. .406 remaining in the third quarter. Highlanders have built a 7-goal lead.
See if you can put some more balls at the end.
As Candolino will bring it at the X position. It's picked up there as he gets near the net, tries to spin back and fire that goal, fire that shot. Kind of a blind shot there from Candolino, goes wide of the net. Jets are going to get the possession. It's Rafael Ortiz de la Rosa searching for a ball. On the rainy pitch, gives me the opportunity to remind everybody we have more baseball coming up here on Somerville Ed TV. A huge game coming up Monday. That will be against Lynn English, 4 o'clock at Trum Field. Highlanders looking to avenge a loss against the Bulldogs earlier this year. It's going to be kind of weird because on Monday we're going to fight tooth and nail rooting against the Bulldogs, but then on Wednesday the Bulldogs take on the rival Rams over in Lynn at Fraser Field, and if the Bulldogs are able to pull off the victory against the Rams and the Highlanders are able to defeat the Bulldogs as well as Everett, their remaining GBL games, the Highlanders will win the GBL championship outright. Tyler Arago and I will be at Trum Field 4 o'clock on Monday as that game will be taking place on the 18th. We'll have coverage of that game here on Somerville Ed TV. Highlanders get the possession. They look to transition out. Candelino will pick it up. Candelino pass forward, trying to connect up with Rosas. Rosas picks up the ground ball, looks for Braden Hart, but it's a bouncer. Braden couldn't quite get it. Restart for the Jets, but quickly stolen away by Rosas. Pass down from Candelino, gets it to Tierney. Tierney looks for Pineda Perez, but couldn't quite connect up with him. Jonathan Ramirez comes in, fields the ground ball, gets checked by Brown. His pass gets away from Braden Hart, but Rosas will grab it, but step out. There's a boys lacrosse field. That's the blue line down there, not the yellow or white line. Long transition pass picked up by Jonathan Ramirez as he tracked back. Now he's into the attacking zone. Gives it off to Hart. Braden Hart, top shelf. Finds the back of the net. That's goal number 5 for Hart today. 11-3, your Highlander lead. Braden Hart is on fire for the Highlanders.
Somerville score number 1, Braden Hart, with the assist to number 23, Jonathan Ramirez.
Ramirez picks up the assist. Great job by Ramirez. You're seeing today, and this is really great to see, defense turning into offense for the Highlanders team today. Ramirez, a great job on that one, tracking back to steal a pass away at midfield. Starts that attack, gets the assist. Earlier in the game, Damian Jackson had a beautiful check of Datery Brown and was able to pick up the ground ball, start a transition that ended up with a Highlander goal. Speaking of Datery Brown, he's just like a bull in a china shop as he goes through 4 Highlanders with the cross up high. Fires that one and gets it in behind Zach Gordon for his second goal of the game.
Jets score number 29, Datery Brown.
2:31 remaining here in the third quarter. Brown engaging in conversation with Colin Rosas. He's been whistled for a couple unsportsmanlike conducts. So don't know what the conversation is, but might not be the most polite. Brown, though, able to pick up the ground ball on the faceoff. Good job keeping his footing there as he spins away from Rosas. Gets between the double team. Tries the bouncer that time. Gets wide of the net. Zach Gordon doing a nice job blocking off the net. Not a lot of daylight to shoot at. So the Jets get the restart. Now Como driving in. I strike that was Denham Denbro. His shot goes wide. Como now will restart here on the near side. Damian Jackson, nice check again by Jackson as he cleanly pulled that one away, picks it up off the ground. As now Jackson along the sideline, tried to drop it off before he got forced out of bounds by Rafael Ortiz de la Rosa. Wasn't quite able to. Turnover goes over to the Jets. As Brown will begin on the restart at midfield. Now Brown, Highlander defense needs to wake up. Damian Jackson had his back to the play. Brown's pass, though, as he was looking across, trying to connect up with number 9, Finn Dalfero. Was not accurate, I should say, with that pass. It's Caden Williams will get the restart for the Highlanders. Dalfero came right upon him. Nice pass there to Damian Jackson. Jackson, good pass forward to Rosas. Rosas now driving into the attacking zone. He's found a crease. Fires that one, goes just wide of the net to the far side. Colin knows he had a good look at that one. So he was looking for his third goal of the game, trying to get the hat trick out there. Now Reese Tierney tries to pass that one over, looking for Rosas, but blocked by Derek Sock. Sent down by Doyle, but again the transition bedeviling the Jets. Those long passes from Doyle, they are not finding anybody on the other end. As Jackson now spins back, able to pick up the ball. Passes that one to Pineda Perez. Now Marcos, he's on the run. Speaking of a bull in a china shop, Marcos Pineda Perez fires that one. Doyle's able to knock it aside. Under a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Highlanders lead by 7. As Doyle missed that, Tierney just couldn't quite get the backhand in before Doyle was able to get back into position. Oh, Reese Tierney tried for the little backhand scoop shot there. Denied, though, as it didn't come out cleanly, and then Doyle was able to get back into position. Candolino will pick this up as Dembro tries to slow him down, but nothing's going to slow number 5 down. There's 32 seconds left, and he's got an offensive attack to go lead. Cross midfield into the attacking zone. Spins away from Sock. Sock on him very, very tightly. As now Candolino from X. Keeping control. Fires that one a little blindly. And down onto the ground. We're going to have an infraction here with 5.9 seconds remaining. As we may have Como heading off. Como went down hard along with Candolino. Como comes up limping slightly, but it looks like he's all right. Highlanders will get a restart here as Rosas will begin at 4 seconds remaining. As Rosas fires that one, looking for the upper right corner, just barely missed it. And that will do it for the third quarter of play as the Highlanders lead this one by 7, 11-4. Hat tricks all over the place. Pasquale Candolino and Braden Hart both with hat tricks for the Highlanders. They've been excellent out there. Pasquale Candolino, 4 goals in this game, over 100 goals in his career. First Highlander to ever do that on the boys lacrosse team. All sorts of exciting stuff happening as we near postseason here on Somerville Ed TV. The baseball team will be in the playoffs. They will likely be on the road in the playoffs. We'll have them one more time before they enter the postseason as they go up against Lynn English on Monday. We will have coverage here on Somerville Ed TV of that game at Trum Field before we begin any postseason coverage. Pairings will come out towards the end of the week. Next week, I would say the 22nd of May is what we're looking at for when pairings will be out. We'll keep an eye on it. We will have a road game for the baseball team. We'll have a road game for girls lacrosse. We will likely have a road game for volleyball. They are right around that number 32 ranking. However, a tough week for the volleyball team, losing at Lynn Classical and a 5-setter at home to Revere so far this week. So we will be back with the boys volleyball team next week on Wednesday the 20th when they close out their season at home against Malden over at Bruin Fieldhouse. That'll be the senior game for the volleyball team. There's 4 seniors on that team: Ozzie Marks, Eli Torlentes, Evans Bienemy, and Julian Chetty, as we'll celebrate their careers on the volleyball court. Of course, that will continue. They will have a postseason game. We do not know. It might be at home. It might be away. But after the 2 losses this week, it is more than likely that will be an away game. And then a possibility of a 4th postseason game or run on the boys lacrosse side, as they are looking like they're going to come away with the victory today against the Jets, barring a huge comeback as they lead by 7 goals going into the 4th quarter. They will have 3 games remaining after this one. as they go on the road to Northeast Metropolitan Tech tomorrow, a team they lost to by 1 goal earlier this year. You can watch that game here on Somerville Ed TV. The Highlanders led with 2 minutes left in that game and ended up losing that game in regulation. So that's a game they think they might be able to win tomorrow on the road. And if that is the case after a victory today and tomorrow, Monday, Gloucester will be here at Dilboy Stadium at 4 o'clock. The Highlanders can get into the postseason with 3 straight victories today, tomorrow, as well as Monday against Gloucester. Well, they've got step 1 well on the way here as we enter the 4th quarter with a 7-goal lead for the Highlanders. It's Pineda Perez and Sem in the face-off circle. Datery Brown will come away with it. As Brown with Colin Rosas there, turning him aside. Nice job there, checking by Antonio Lewis as he knocked it away. Brown, though, able to pick it up again on the far side. Now Pineda Perez trying to check him. Goes down to the turf. Datery Brown spins, jumps, fires, and gets the hat trick. As that is his 3rd goal of the game, 11-5 now the Highlander lead.
Jets score, number 29, Datery Brown.
Datery Brown, just such a physical player out there. Showed some nice athleticism there as well, being able to spin away from the defense and jump up for that jump shot. Getting a clear shot towards the net to get it behind Highlander goalie Zach Gordon. Pineda Perez this time. Derek Sock will be in the face-off circle, and Sock is called for the illegal procedure. Highlanders will get it here as Colin Rosas into the attacking zone. Rosas looks to get by his defender. Drops that one off for Tierney. Tierney just wide as he tried to guide that one towards the net and just let it go wide. He had the open look there as Doyle was out of position. Highlanders get the restart as Candelino's at X. Off the check from Braden Hart. Plays it out, Jonathan Ramirez with it now. Ramirez has an assist today. Back to Candelino, who spins, fires. No, it was held up as the cross for Candelino. He was not able to get a full look at that shot. As now Jahir Maldonado with it, looking to transition for the Jets. Jonathan Ramirez on him tightly. Plays that down. That's Denim Dembro. Dembro, nice job spinning away from Antonio Lewis. Now Rosas has him goal line extended near side. Dembro fires that one. Zach Gordon not able to make the stop. As Dembro able to tuck it in low on the far side. And uh-oh, the 7-goal lead is turned into a 5-goal lead as Dembro and Brown score early on here in the 4th quarter. 10:25 remains in the game. Highlanders lead by 5.
Jets score, number 1, Denim Dembro.
Pineda Perez back into the face-off circle as the Jets alternating with Tavon Sem, number 4, and number 22, Derek Sock. As Sem in this time. And Pineda Perez scoops it back, gives it to Ben DiCarlo. DiCarlo looking to play that forward, but Brown reaches the cross up and steals it. He's on the run again as he's rolling up the slot. Fires that one, and Zach Gordon denies him. Good pass, outlet pass there by Zach Gordon. Rosas on the run in transition. Fires that one, and Doyle is able to knock that one down. Great play by the Jets goalie. Rosas, though, able to block the pass attempt. And the Highlanders will keep the possession. Quick restart here as Braden Hart will get into the attacking zone. Hart's got 5 goals today. Hart gives it off to Doe. 9.5 minutes remaining in the game. Highlanders holding on to a 5-goal lead, but the Jets have put 2 into the net here in the fourth quarter. It's Doe, defended by Sem. Doe at the top of the slot now. Feeds it back to Rosas here near side. Rosas squaring up. Looks to break in. Loses the ball. Picked up by Tierney. As now Reese Tierney. Drops it back to Colin Rosas. Rosas open for the shot. Fires that one and it goes wide to the near side. Candelino closest to it for the Highlanders. He'll get the restart. Defended by Condi. As Candelino comes out of X. Looks for the back of the net and he finds it. As Doyle was left alone with him. Tried to close out the angle and Candelino jumps up and flips it over the goalie into the back of the net.
Somerville score number 5, Pasquale Candelino.
Goal number 5 on the day for Candelino as well. So he adds to his career total. 12-6 the Highlander lead. 8:47 remaining. Important goal there for Candelino is the Jets had come out here in the fourth quarter scoring quickly twice. Candelino, the senior, settling matters down a little bit, scoring the goal for his team. Highlanders looking to go 3-0 on senior days so far. In boys lacrosse, girls lacrosse, as well as baseball. As Pineda Perez wins the face-off again. Read that Brown was coming, trying to check from behind. Good job by Pineda Perez with the awareness. Ramirez, though, unable to keep it in the cross as Tavon Sim comes away with it. Now Sim dealing with a tough forecheck by the Highlanders. Turnover to Candelino, and Candelino cherry picks one for himself. Great job forechecking there by the Highlanders. Shane Doe knocking that ball away.
Somerville score number 5, Pasquale Candelino.
Candelino picks up the bouncer, quickly rips off the shot, gets it past Doyle. Back to a 7-goal lead now for the Highlanders. Pineda Perez in the face-off circle against Sem. Jets are able to win it as Bobby Tipavong was able to pick it up. Now Derek Sock with it. Sock working all the way on the far side. Defended there by Antonio Lewis. Nice check there by Lewis. And Lewis will pick up the ground ball. Now, Lewis showing speed there, but just couldn't quite keep it in the cross. Is now fed to the top of the cross. Condi, top of the slot. There's Datery. No, that wasn't Datery Brown. I'm sorry. That's Findal Farrow with a little backhanded number. As Condi from the top of the slot gets the assist. Findel Farrow. Little backhanded number. Beautiful pass and a great finish.
Jets score number 9, Finn Delferno, with the assist to number 12, Nate Condi.
Back to a 6-goal lead for the Highlanders. 13-7. $7:37 remaining here in the game. Pineda Perez and Sem in the face-off circle. Pineda Perez has been excellent, winning the predominance of the face-offs. Now he's driving down the slot, takes the opportunity, tries the shot. Again, did not come out cleanly from the cross. So he's got the overhand shot there. Drives it down into the ground and bounds to the side of the net. Now Candelino will get things started from X. Nice pass by Candelino. Shot attempt there as Luke Avakian was coming on. His first time out on the pitch today. His shot goes wide. Highlanders keep the possession. Candelino again will get things started. Candolino looking for a cutter. There's Avakian again. Couldn't quite get it into his cross. Braden Hart will fire a tough angle shot. That goes wide. Highlanders keep the possession. Candolino again gets the restart. Drops this one to Reese Tierney. Tierney spins. Drives in towards the net, tries to scoop that one by Doyle, but Doyle's able to smother it with the big netting of his cross. Long pass out by Doyle. That one, it finds its mark, Finn Del Ferro. And Del Ferro, he had him on the doorstep, the opportunity there. Trying to see, that's Madeline's son out there, who was in front of the goalie's crease. Now son on Antonio Lewis. Joined there by Derek Sock. Pass forward. Candolino couldn't come up with it. Tierney has to check that one away. Here comes Rosas. He picks it up on the run. Now Colin will settle matters behind goal line extended, I should say, here near side. 6 minutes remaining in the game. Highlanders lead by 6. Good job there by Colin Rosas, slowing things down for the Highlanders. Rosas defended closely by Cordell Lewis. Gets it to the top of the slot. That's Braden Hart. Hart gets it checked away. That's Datory Brown again, and Brown's on the run as the Jets have numbers. And Jackson's going to get called for the trip there as Datory Brown goes hard down to the turf. Jackson helps him up. So the Jets will be up a man as Damian Jackson will head off. He hands off that long cross to Colin Rosas. So Datory Brown will restart here on the near side. 5:28 remaining in the game. Highlanders up by 6. Brown, though, he's got a hat trick today. He's got 3 goals. Dollars to donuts. He's going to drive in towards the net. Oh, he'll pass it this time. Trying to get it in front of the net to Dalfero in front of the crease. Highlanders unable to clear. Ball on the ground. There's Ben DiCarlo addressing that ground ball for the Highlanders. As DiCarlo, long pass downfield, trying to connect up with either Braden Hart or Pasquale Candolino. Candolino tracks forward to pick it up. Tries to find Reese Tierney in front of the net. Tierney here on the near side just couldn't quite redirect that one towards the net. Loses the ground ball as well. Nice check there by Shane Doe, but Datory Brown ends up with it. Now Brown, right through the check attempt of Ben DiCarlo. As he storms down the slot. Met there, but he'll take the shot. Zach Gordon able to block that one. The jumping attempt by Brown. Condi will try it. Condi will hit it. As Nate Condi picks up the goal. 4:22 remaining. It's a 5-goal advantage for the Highlanders. I would guess maybe that is Condi's first goal, judging from the celebration.
Number 12, Nate Condi.
As Condi picked up the rebound, as it came out to him, hugs all over the place for number 12, the senior out of Lynn English, picking up the goal. Congratulations to young Mr. Nate Condi. Highlanders lead 13-8, 4:22 remaining. Face off here. Pineda Perez and Sem. As Pineda Perez again, so good picking up those bounding ground balls. Spins away from the check attempt of Sim, gets the offensive zone obtained and pulls it back. Highlanders lead by 5. There's 4 minutes remaining. And Rosas is going to take some time here. being pressured outside by Jair Maldonado. Rosas will get by Maldonado. He's got Tierney, tries to get it to him. The pass was a little behind Tierney. Now Sim trying to pick that one up. Ramirez, though, is there for the Highlanders, and he'll get it in the cross. Now Hart with it. As Hart gets by one defender. Using his speed, gets by two, tries the shot. That one's blocked. I believe number 14, Nick Donino, was able to block that shot. Highlanders keep the possession as Candelino will get the restart. 3:30 remaining in the game. Highlanders leading by 5. Loss today for the Jets will numerically and mathematically eliminate them from any playoff contention. Highlanders stay alive with a win. And Candelino, the senior here on Senior Day, wants that to happen as he gets his 6th goal of the game to go along with an assist. Candelino's been tremendous that time coming out from X, gets the jumping shot, gets it right by Doyle. Doyle has been exposed up high by the Highlanders today.
So we'll score number 5. Pasquale Candelino.
It's Candelino having an excellent senior day here, along with his fellow senior captain, Zach Gordon, between the pipes. Gordon's made some tremendous point-blank saves today. Back into the face-off circle, Pineda Perez versus Sem. And there he is again, Pineda Perez controlling out of the face-off circle, so critical. Highlanders, that's how they have this 6-goal lead, not only the finishing and the defense that we've talked about, but Marcos Pineda Perez has done yeoman's work in the face-off circle. Pass here to the near side from Doe looking for Rosas. Too high, too far. Turnover goes over to the Jets, just under 3 minutes remaining in the game. Donino with it, trying the long pass downfield. That will go all the way through, out of bounds. Highlanders will get the turnover. Jets have really struggled with that long transition pass. They like to use that. They've got size down on the offensive end, specifically with number 9, Finn Delfero, who has a goal today. But those deep balls have not been connecting for the Jets as Damian Jackson gets creative there with a kick after losing the cross out of his hands. Restart will come back to where Jackson kicked it as the Jets will get the restart. Big number 29, Datary Brown with it. He's got 3 goals today. He's going to be looking for another one as he rumbles towards the slot, fires that one wide here to the near side. Derek Sock behind the net at the X position will get the restart. Trying to find Brown on the cut. Nice job defensively. Jackson, I think, got the cross onto it. Now the Highlanders trying to pick up the ground ball, but Denham Dembro had it for a second. Nice job by Antonio Lewis as he checked it away, but could not quite collect it before it went out of bounds. Dembro will get the restart for the Jets. There's Lewis defending Dembro. Dembro tries the shot off balance, well off target. Derek Sock will restart from the X. Sock finds Dembro. Dembro's shot blocked by Zach Gordon as Gordon closed it up down low. Jets trying to find something down low on Zach Gordon. He's made some nice kick saves today as well. Over on the other side, the Highlanders offensively have found holes up high on Doyle. As Brown on the restart. Through the defense, loses it out of the cross, and Gordon closes it down as he controls in his crease. Now Jackson with it. Jackson passing forward, trying to connect up. That's Braden Hart with it as he goes down slot. There's Candelino. As Candelino gets the pass from Hart, draws the defense to him, specifically John Doyle, trying to cut off the angle by moving out from his goal. But that just gives Candolino the opportunity to go up high over top of him. And now he's got 7 goals on senior day, does the senior Candolino.
Somerville score number 5, Pasquale Candolino with the assist to number 1, Braden Hart.
Hart picking up another assist today on that play. Highlanders showing how dangerous they can be in transition, as they've done many times today, leading once again by 7. 1:37 remaining in the game. Pineda Perez looking to control, and he's able to. Caden Williams providing a screen there for Marcos. As Pineda Perez now going rumbling down the slot. Drops it here looking for Reese Tierney. Tierney fires that one. Great job by Doyle as he raises up that big netting. Now Doyle's out on the run with 1 minute remaining. The Jets goalie's out in the open field.
1 minute.
He loses it out of his cross. He's got to get back there to the goal as Rosas is in a race. Now Tierney tried to center that towards Candolino. Hart looks like he's going to try to pick it up. The goalie Doyle back into the crease, but two players in the crease, that's not allowed. As Derek Sock had gone into the crease, you can do that. A defender can slide into the crease. However, when the goalie returns, you can't have a defender and the goalie inside the crease. So Sock will head off. Man advantage here for the Highlanders as that will finish the game with the man advantage. 45 seconds remaining. Rosas obtains the zone. 40 seconds left. Highlanders leading by 7, so they will better their record on the season with this win today. There's Rosas playing keep away here. Highlanders, the magic number in the win column is 9. If they get 9 wins, they will go to the postseason this year. This will be their 7th win as the Highlanders move to 7-8 on the season. Keep control of second place in the GBL as well. And they will finish their GBL schedule with a victory here against the Jets by the score of 15-8.
Again, I want to thank everyone who came out to celebrate senior night tonight. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Referees, thank you.
Senior night, as noted, celebrating Zach Gordon picking up the win tonight in between the pipes for the Highlanders and fellow senior captain Pasquale Candolino, number 5, big number 5. 7 goals for number 5 in this game as Candolino and Gordon leading their team, hoping to get into the postseason 2 wins away as they have a game on the road tomorrow against Northeast Metro. Team that they lost to by 1 goal earlier this year, looking for revenge to keep those postseason hopes alive. And then they will host Gloucester here 4:30. That will be a 4:30 game here on Monday, the 18th, as they will have the possibility of securing a postseason berth with wins in those 2 games. They will finish their season on Wednesday, the 20th at 4:30 here at Dilboy. That will be against Lowell High School. Lowell defeated them soundly earlier this year, so it would take a heck of an upset for the Highlanders to get a win in that game, but you never know. We've seen this team improve throughout the season as they come away with a big win here against the Jets of Lynn, 15-8. Pasquale Candolino on senior day, 7 goals for Candolino. Braden Hart, the junior, with 5 goals of his own. Colin Rosas added a goal. Shane Doe added a goal and an assist for the Highlanders. Zach Gordon, senior co-captain, played tremendously in between the pipes for the Highlanders as they come away with the win. 2 wins away from the postseason, and that would make the 4th team here in the 2026 spring for the Highlanders to get into the postseason. Hopefully they can take care of it. We'll keep you updated. That's going to do it for us here today from Dill Boys Stadium. Thank you so very much for watching at home. We really do appreciate it as we celebrate the seniors, Pasquale Candelino and Zach Gordon here on the boys lacrosse team. Congratulations to Pasquale and Zach on their high school careers as well. Thank you for watching at home. Thank you very much to Lenny Scaletta on camera, as well as Joe Constantine, double duty for Joe, camera as well as direction today. And my name is Todd Harmon, and you have been watching Somerville Highlander Boys Lacrosse on Somerville Ed TV.